Yeah, I guess it's about time I play that. So, it's no secret that I haven't really touched Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I've even had a meme sent to me about how I haven't touched the game at all since they came out. And, in my defense, I was waiting for things to stabilize before I started playing, and now that as far as I know there are no game-breaking bugs, it's finally time to start this journey. Wait, I'm sorry, did you think this was a Let's Play trailer? Nuh-uh, we're starting this thing right now. Now, I'm sure you've heard this song and dance at least once or twice, so I'll keep it brief. I walk downstairs, say hello to my pet squirrel, and meet the director of Narinja Academy, Mr. Clavel, who shows up at my house because apparently the school didn't send my enrollment papers to me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to go to school again. Ouch. So, I go upstairs to my room, grab my bag, my goofy hat, and Mr. Clavel introduces me to the starter Pokemon of this region. Sprigatito, the elegant grass cat Pokemon, Fuecoco, the head-empty fire crocodile, and Quaxley, the sassy water duck. Mr. Clavel leaves these three and me to head over to the neighbor's house to discuss something with another student's family, while my mom gives me a Rotom phone with a map. I wish I could have one of these in real life. And so, I begin to slowly walk towards my neighbor's house until my legs break so I can actually run, but then I realize something's missing. Where did Sprigatito go? Where are you, little grass cat? Where are you? Oh, you're just chilling with the flowers. I see. He's having some problems. Okay. I see. Oh no, look at him stuck behind the fence. Oh no! Sprigatito, no! Oh no, he's phased out of reality. Oh wait, there he is. Okay, we're good. After that terrifying experience, I meet Nemona, who I'm sure won't turn out to be some battling addicted lunatic later, and I get to choose my starter. Now, usually when I play a new Pokemon game, I choose the grass type, but I wanted to do something a little bit different this time considering it's my 9th game playing Pokemon, so I decided to choose Quaxley and I named her Agua. And you know, because this is a Pokemon game, I of course have to battle my rival, but she ended up making the mistake that every rival since Gen 7 has made and chose the wrong starter, so yeah, type advantages are a thing. After the battle, Professor Clavel instructs Nemona to take me to school and leaves. Then, we get a friendly visit from Mom! Hi Mom! Nemona directs me to the Poco Path where I don't have to watch a tutorial on catching Pokemon that feels like it takes a year. Thank you, Game Freak. I then begin to make my way through the path, catching a Pawmi named Jules who you'll never see for the rest of this video because reasons. After catching Pawmi, I then fall off a cliff, definitely don't break my spine, and meet a legendary Pokemon because that just seems to happen now. I feed the dragon a sandwich, it transforms, destroys a couple boulders, scares away some dogs, and then we jump out of the cave where it then proceeds to flop on the ground because that sandwich had no nutritional value at all. Poor dragon. You know, if I told anyone that wasn't a Pokemon fan this story, they would probably be calling me crazy. Oh well. Nemona, the mysterious Pokemon, and I all walk over to a nearby lighthouse to get some rest and enjoy a view of the world. But there's some guy just standing right by it. This guy notices us, mutters something under his breath, and runs over towards us, shouting at the mysterious Pokemon. He then coldly looks behind him, telling us to shove off. Man, this guy's a jerk! Nemona realizes this kid's name is Arvin, who is apparently the son of some special Pokemon researcher named Professor Sada, who I'm sure we won't meet later. Upon hearing her name, Arvin gets defensive extremely quick about his family relationships, while Nemona and I try to explain to him what happened. Arvin then goes and begins to talk about how this Pokemon, apparently named Koraidon, can't fight in the current form it's in. He then states that it takes a special trainer to be able to command Koraidon. For some reason, even though Koraidon seems to belong to him, Arvin decides to challenge me to a battle, but all he has is a Squovit, which Agua and I very quickly defeat. After the battle, Arvin says something about not using a Pokemon he just caught, and then hands me Koraidon's Pokeball, calling the poor guy a thing and saying it's my problem now. This guy is such a jerk. He gets mad at his Pokemon just because it can't fight because it's low on energy, and then he abandons it? Ho 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 ho, we better run. Because the next time I see him, I'll be giving him a piece of my mind. For now, Nemona and I climb up the lighthouse to take a look over the world. To be completely honest, it's not the prettiest game I've ever seen. We can thank Xenoblade for that one. But I've seen a lot worse. Nimona officially welcomes us to Paldea, and now I can finally do what you do in open world games. Explore. I was certainly surprised to find out that trainers wouldn't battle you unless you actually walked up and talked with them, but I wouldn't call that much of an unwelcoming change. I ended up following a river leading to Paldea's ocean where I saw many water-type Pokemon, including the new Wiglet. I didn't catch any of them, but I thought it was just kinda cool. A bit farther up the road, I may or may not have gasped when I saw a little Fido, which is the cutest and best named pupper to ever- Sorry about that. I caught and called her Crouton. I was gonna name her something else, but I didn't want to ever let her down. Don't worry, Crouton. I will never forget you. I'm so sorry. After catching Crouton, I traveled to the nearby town of Los Pleitos, where I meet back up with Nimona, who explains the Poké Center, Pokemart, and the TM Maker, which uses Pokemon materials and LP to make TMs to teach your Pokemon moves. Oh gosh, my Yu-Gi-Oh addiction is coming back to haunt me. All I really ended up getting here was Mud Slap and giving it to Crouton though, since I didn't have very many materials. I then spent the next little while just looking for the first open section of the game. I ended up exploring the town, battling all the trainers on the West Road, so when I talked to this guy by the gates to Mezagosa, I got the TM for Thunderwave. I could have gone into Mezagosa, but I've been waiting for this game to be less buggy for such a long time that I just wanted to explore a little bit. So I headed east to see that side of the map, but little did I know what exactly I would find. What? Wait. Hold up, what? That's a shiny Pachirisu! Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh! How is this happening again at the beginning of another playthrough? That's right, I somehow came across another full 1 in 4,096 odd shiny Pokemon. This is insane, considering I had only been playing the game for about an hour and a half at this point. I wasn't expecting this at all. This is also the second full odd shiny I've found at the beginning of a playthrough in a game in just this year alone. I called this Pachirisu Chipper and continued to explore, spending some time also getting him up to the same levels as Agua and Crouton. Eventually though, I did have to return to the gates of Mezagosa, where I met back up with Nimona, who challenged me to another battle. Her Fuecoco went down easily, and even though she terrestrialized her Palmy, Chipper helped us take it down with a barrage of quick attacks. Good job, Chipper! After the battle, it became time for me to finally enter the hub city of Scarlet and Violet, Mezagosa. Nimona followed me in and asked me what I was gonna do first. Go get a haircut, or get some food? Food, obviously, the dragon ate my sandwich. Because she wants me to have fun in Pokemon battles, she said that she was gonna go up to the school and get me a Terra Orb, and she recommended that I see the sights, grab food, and maybe even go to... Wait a second. No. So, that's exactly what I did. I walked around, looked at some food, found a small group of blue squirrels for Chipper to say hi to, and even went into... that store. After I was done sightseeing, I strolled up to Nara Ninja Academy to meet back up with Nimona when I saw this girl being peer pressured into joining a group called Team Star. I bravely walked up, declared I had no clue who they were, and what they're doing is wrong. And then I got in a fight with them. Classic Pokemon. The first Team Star grunt I had to fight was using a new Pokemon called Shroodle. But even though it's a poison type, it probably had no poison moves. So Crouton took it out quickly with Mud Slap. Then, Nimona came running down the stairs asking what was going on. I explained to her what happened and she saw it was Team Star and knew exactly what they were doing. So, she gave me the Terra Orb, allowing me to terrestrialize my Pokemon and scared the other grunt into being a tutorial punching bag. When the Pokemon is terrestrialized, its type can change, and if it uses a move that's the same type as itself, it deals boosted damage. Needless to say, this battle was a cakewalk. After the battle, Nimona explains that Team Star is a group of kids that always cause problems for other students and never show up to class. We're then thanked by the girl we helped out before she quickly runs off. I guess she's shy. We quickly climb all the stairs to the academy and finally enter the school. Nimona explains that we can't battle in the main lobby, but that's okay. So together, we go to attend our first class. All the students say good morning to Mr. Jack, who then introduces me to the 3 frames per second class. I'm then asked a few questions by some of the other students. I'm asked what my favorite thing about Pokemon is, which is everything. And then Nimona asked me, since I went to the trouble of enrolling at the academy, what my goals and dreams are. Which, To be honest, I don't actually know. Throughout all of my life, I've never had any set goals. It's a stretch, but maybe through this journey I can figure out what it is I want to do. I chose to be honest, to which Nimona tells me not to worry as the possibilities are endless. Mr. Jack thanks me for answering the others' questions, and I take my seat. After class is over, I mingled with some of the other students for a little while, and then made my way to the staff lounge where I passed by a super cool looking person, and then spoke to Nimona about class. After talking about our dreams again, she ends up recommending to me that I should try to reach champion rank like her, by taking on the gyms and the Elite Four of Paldea. It sounds like an okay idea, but I've done it plenty of times in the past. She tells me to think about it and leaves. I realized at this point that I was feeling a bit hungry, so I decided to head to the cafeteria. Wait a second, is that Arvin? I have just the right thing to say to you, jerk. I walk up to Arvin to deliver on my promise to give him a piece of my mind. He turns around and greets me kindly? What the heck? Turns out Arvin's whole reason for even coming to school today was just to talk to me. Not to beg for forgiveness, but to ask for my help? He tells me his dreams of being a cook and wants me to help him take down these strong Pokemon called Titans. Apparently they're guarding some special herbs called Herba Mystica. Really? You want my help with gathering cooking herbs? Before I can say anything, he throws me a bag of Stardust and runs off. Hey, get back here! I didn't get to say what I— Why is my Rotom phone ringing? I pick up my phone, which honestly rang at the worst time ever, and someone called Cassiopeia is calling me. They say they hacked my Rotom phone and want my help with taking down Team Star. To be honest, I was still getting over the shock of my phone being hacked, so before I could reply, they quickly told me to think about my answer and if I wanted to help, and hung up. Mr. Clavel entered the cafeteria and told me to be careful taking calls in the school, as others might overhear my conversations. I then leave the cafeteria and Mr. Clavel begins wondering about Team Star. Wait a minute. Ah, great. What did I do to get myself in trouble on my first day now? I reluctantly enter Mr. Clavel's office, to which he asks me how my first day has been, to which I respond that it's been alright. He then directs me towards his television to speak with none other than Professor Sada. She tells me she's currently performing her research in the Great Paldea Crater, also known as Area 0. She questions me if I've been traveling with the Pokemon Koraidon, to which I answer yes, and she thanks me for my honesty. Man, Professor Sada is so much nicer than Arvin. Professor Sada ends up asking if I can help her with something, to which Koraidon came bursting out of its Pokeball excitedly to say hello. Professor Sada can't help but be happy to see that Koraidon, who actually once belonged to her, is doing well. The request that she has for us is to take care of Koraidon, as for whatever reason she can't seem to take care of it herself anymore. I, of course, say yes, as who else will take care of Koraidon? Arvin? The professor tells me that Koraidon currently can't battle in its current form, but it will be able to help us get around the Paldea region. After the call, the director begins questioning the origins of my new dragon, and dismisses me, after telling me that I'll have all of the support of the academy possible while I attend school. I begin to leave Mr. Clavel's office when Nimona enters and jokingly asks what I did to get in trouble on my first day. Ouch. She then tells me that Mr. Jack wanted me to go to my dorm room and wanted her to show me to it. We enter my new room, which honestly is bigger than my in real life bedroom, and she leaves me to go get some rest. I take a brief look around the dorm and get settled for bed, seeing as it's been such a long but really fun first day. I'm genuinely really excited about this new adventure, and I can't wait to experience even more of this game. If you made it this far in the video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. And if you want to see more videos of mine, make sure to turn on notifications as well. Peace out.